Yeah, we only get 24 hours a day. And so you have to decide what you want to do, which is one of the ways that we talked about in the beginning, right? Is how do you leverage the efforts of others in order to be able to get to a level of success that you are looking to attain in your life, whatever that may be. So speaking of one thing, and it goes back to the whole premise of this podcast, is a lot of people aren't typically say that you need to live in the same place that you invest. Right. And maybe you did that for a number of years where you were living in the same place, you're investing, part of a family brokerage, or you were on the sales side generating income. And then you realized, well, hang on a second, to go to the wealth, let's look at actually on the investing side of the equation. I fundamentally believe that you do not have to live in the same place that you invest, because I've been doing this for a number of years. And a lot of the people that are here watching us on whatever video channel they're on, or listening to us on the podcast while they're running or whatever, also are starting to think the same or already believe the same. But because this goes against popular culture, and you've talked about actively investing and passively investing, you mentioned that you already done 7 different as an LP and 5 as a general partner. First question is, are all of those type of either general partnerships that you're leading or limited partnerships, are they all in Greenville, South Carolina right now?
No.
Okay.
No.
Somehow I knew that was going to be the response.
Yeah. So I can tell you there is a focus in the Southeast.
Yep.
And not so much because I have to be right there, but I believe the Southeast is growing. The other area I have investments in is in the Mountain West. So I'm invested in Boise, Idaho, and Colorado Springs.
Awesome. So just because I love that, right? So you're in geographically, you're different locations, but because that goes against popular culture, which most people say, if you're going to invest where you live, like invest in your backyard so you can go see the property, you can learn a lot more what's going on, blah, blah, blah. When people go against the popular culture, which is either actively or passively investing in locations that aren't their own, like I really would love for you to share once again with the Going Long family, like how did you get the mental fortitude to be able to say, okay, I'm going to invest in this type of an asset in a location that I don't actually live in? Why do that?
Great question. So fortunately, we have the internet. You can do a lot of research online. You can get population statistics, job growth. I often subscribe to the local newspapers of areas that I'm investing in. It costs you a couple bucks a month, but you're getting the local news. I would say the real key, though, is to find people to work with who are in those locations that you trust. Yeah. So local knowledge is important in real estate investing. It doesn't mean you have to have the local knowledge to invest. You have to have a team of trusted professionals who know that market. And then at that point, they handle the heavy lifting, and you can invest in other markets. I think investing in other markets provides you some diversification. Certainly, if you're in a high cost area, you're not going to get much cash flow. So if you're investing for cash flow, it's better to go to some other areas that are still growing. So you get the best of both worlds. You get some cash flow during the hold period, but you also are getting appreciation. And so the overall return is very good. It's just you have to have those local operators who know those markets and do a good job for you.
Yeah. And so not only will they do a good job for you, but you go back to the basics, which is number one, to your point, you don't have to know the information, but your team sure better know the information, right? Because when you're talking of placing hundreds of thousands of dollars of investor capital, you need to understand why you're going to invest in a certain location, and more importantly, why you are entrusting this capital to a specific team of people that are going to be managing it on the day-to-day.